Students, now very most important topic, that is anti-Markovnikov rules. Anti-Markovnikov rules. What are the conditions? Anti-Markovnikov rules or Korosh rule or peroxide effect, all are same. So in first condition for anti-Markovnikov rule, what is the first condition here? Compound should contain unsymmetrical. Compound should contain unsymmetrical alkanes. Unsymmetrical alkanes. Compound should contain unsymmetrical alkanes. And second condition is, that is addition of hydrogen halide, that is addition of hydrogen halide. Addition of hydrogen halide, that is only for HBr, only it is applicable only for HBr. Only HBr only participating in anti-Markovnikov rule, whereas remaining other halides like HCl, HI, HF do not participating in anti-Markovnikov rule. This is very most important condition, students. Now what about third condition? Third condition is in the presence of peroxide, that is in the presence of peroxide. These are the main important conditions. So generally anti-Markovnikov rules, anti-Markovnikov rule undergoes that is unsymmetrical alkenes. Unsymmetric alkenes according to the anti-Markovnikov rule undergoes free radical mechanism, free radical addition reaction. Free radical addition reaction, free radical addition reaction mechanism participating in only anti-Markovnikov rule. Free radical addition reaction participating in anti-Markovnikov rule. These are the main important conditions, students. So first condition is compound should contain unsymmetrical alkane. Next one, second condition is addition of hydrogen halide, that is only for HBr. Only for HBr, only HBr do not, and the remaining hydrogen halides do not participating in anti-Markovnikov rules. And another one is in this anti-Markovnikov rule, that is what are the reaction, in this reaction participating only free radical addition reaction, free radical addition reaction mechanism. Free radical mechanism, that is free radical addition reaction. So these are the main important, student. What is the unsymmetrical alkene? Unsymmetrical alkene means what is that? Is propene, CH3 CH double bond CH2. It is unsymmetrical. But anti-Markovnikov rule, that is not applicable for symmetrical compound. It is applicable for only for unsymmetrical compound, not for symmetrical. It is applicable for only for unsymmetrical compounds. Unsymmetrical compounds are undergoes free radical addition in the presence of peroxide. This is very most important, student. Now take the example here. Now take the example, that is propene CH3 CH double bond CH2 react with HBr in the presence of peroxide. In the presence of peroxide, we get that is CH3 CH2 CH2Br. That name is called 1-bromopropane. This product is 1-bromopropane. 1-bromopropane is formed. 1-bromopropane is the major product, and 2-bromopropane also possible, but it is the major, but 1-bromopropane only major product. So what is the reason? I will give simple explanation, students, that simple mechanism step by step. Now I am writing here mechanism. Simple trick, that is step 1. In step 1 mechanism, in step 1. So now take the here, that is peroxide, ROR, peroxide in the presence of heat, means sunlight or heat. That is in first step what happens, that is homolytic cleavage, that is homolytic cleavage. That means this bond having 2 electrons are there. This oxygen having one single bond is there. This single bond having 2 electrons. The single bond having 2 electrons. One electron goes to left hand side and one electron goes to right hand side. So that is called homolytic cleavage. In homolytic cleavage, what happens to that is to form a free radical, that is RO dot plus RO dot. These two are called free radicals. That is dot symbol, that is called free radical. In first step is completed. In first step is homolytic cleavage, student. Now next step, now what to do, student? That is step 2. In step 2, now what to do, students? In step 2, that is this free radical, this RO free radical react with HBr. HBr. This HBr also again homolytic cleavage. This HBr in between one single bond is there. This single bond contain 2 electrons. The single bond also having single bond also having 2 electrons. Again bond cleavage. Again bond cleavage. One free radical, one electron goes to left hand side, one electron goes to right hand. So that means hydrogen having one free radical. This hydrogen having one free radical, here also one homolytic cleavage, bond cleavage to form a hydrogen free, like hydrogen free radical plus and Br free radical will be formed. This hydrogen free radical will combine with this compound. This hydrogen free radical will combine with oxygen to form a ROH plus then Br free radical will be left. This Br free radical will be left. This Br free radical will be left. This is second step is completed, student. Now what about third step? Now take the third step, that is step 3. It is very most important, student. In step 3 here, now take the propene. In step 3 take the propene. One propene CH3, CH double bond CH2. In step 3 here also double bond is there. This double bond means that is pi bond. This pi bond is always weak bond. Pi bond is always weak bond. So here this pi bond having the single bond. This pi bond having 2 electrons means here also this bond having 2 electrons. This bond having 2 electrons. One electron here, one electron here. This electron will shifting left hand side, half electron goes to left hand side, half electron goes to right hand side, means this bond having 2 electrons are there. So that's why one bond shifting right hand side and one bond shifting towards the left hand side. So this is called off arrow. That is here also homolytic cleavage to form a what happens, student, that is CH3 CH free radical bond, then CH2 free radical. CH3 single bond, CH free radical, then single bond, CH2 free radical. So now what to here, this is third step, student. Now what to do in third step, student? In third step here Br is there. This Br free radical means this Br free radical will attacks this position, first position. Here two possibilities are there, student. These both free radicals are neutral. These both, one here also one free radical, here also one free radical, both are electrically neutral, so both are equal. So that's why this free radical will be attacked this position or this position. We'll take the, now take the first step. This Br free radical will attack this position. Now what happens, student, here this free radical will attacks this position. We can write that is intermediate product will be formed, that is CH3 CH free radical, then CH2 Br, intermediate product will be formed. This is a secondary free radical. If in case, student, this free radical, this Br will attack, if in case this Br will attack this position, what happened? What is the production? Here this Br free radical will attack this position to form a that is CH3 CH Br, then CH2 free radical. Here two types intermediate product will be formed. Two different types of free radical intermediate product will be formed. This is the secondary free radical. Why? Because of this is a secondary carbon. This is secondary free radical. This free radical present on primary carbon, so that's why it is called a primary free radical. Out of these two, which one is more stable, student? We know stability order of free radical, student. Stability order of free radical, that is tertiary is more stable than secondary is more stable than primary free radical. This is order we know, student. So out of these two intermediate product will be formed, that is product 1, this is product 2. Out of these two, which one is best product, which one is more stable? This first compound, this is second compound. First compound having, that is secondary free radical. Secondary free radical is more stable, the condition we know, secondary free radical is more stable than primary free radical. Why? Because of due to the hyperconjugation. This secondary free radical having 5 hyperconjugates are there. 5 hyperconjugates means here also 3 hydrogens are there, here also 2 hydrogens are. This free radical beside carbon is alpha carbon, this free radical beside carbon is alpha carbon. These alpha carbons are having alpha hydrogens. So here 3 alpha hydrogens are there, here also 2 alpha hydrogen. In the secondary free radical having total 5 alpha hydrogens are present. 5 alpha hydrogens are present. So more number of alpha hydrogen, that is the more stable. Once again, student, this alpha hydrogen is equal to hyperconjugation. more number of alpha hydrogens, that is 5 alpha hydrogens equal to 5 hyperconjugates. So here this stability depends on number of hyperconjugates. In the secondary free radical having 5 hyperconjugates, but in primary free radical having only 1 hyperconjugates. That means this is the primary free radical. This primary carbon beside having only 1 alpha carbon is there. This alpha carbon having only 1 alpha hydrogen. So here primary carbon free radical, this primary free radical having only 1 hyperconjugates, but in secondary free radicals having 5 hyperconjugates. So that's why out of these two, which one is more stable? That is secondary free radical is more stable than primary free radical. This secondary free radical is more stable than primary free radical. So again we can write that continuation. This is step 3 completed. Now what about that step 4, student? That is step 4. Now step 4, take this compound CH3 CH free radical, sorry, step 4 student, the CH3 CH free radical, then CH2 Br. This now take this compound, again I am writing here continuation student. This CH3, take this compound, this is the intermediate compound, this is secondary free radical, this is intermediate compound will be stable. So this, take the secondary free radical, I am writing here CH3 CH free radical, then CH2 Br. And after that in step 4 student, what to do student? Next, no, what to do students? Next step, now take the again HBr, again here also bond cleavage, H hydrogen having one free radical, Br having one free radical. So here this hydrogen free radical, the H free radical will attack this position. We get final product student, that is CH3 CH2 then CH2 Br. This is the 1 bromopropane. This is 1 bromopropane. This is the 1 bromopropane is the major product. This is the major product student. This is the major product. What about that is minor product? That is minor product is that is unstable. That is minor product is unstable. This is the minor product is, that is 2 bromo product is minor product. This is the 1 bromopropane is the major production. This is very most important student. So this is the simple trick student. I explained step 1, step 2, step 3 and step 4. So we consider the here also primary free radical is there. Primary free radical is the, if you take the, now take the conclusion. Then now take the primary free radical CH3 CH Br, then CH2 again HBr, hydrogen free radical and Br. For this hydrogen free radical will attack this position. We get that is CH3 CH Br, then CH3. This product is 2 bromopropane. This is not considered student. So this is the 1 bromopropane only major product due to the hyperconjugate. This is a simple trick student. Here this in anti-Marconi rule, 2 types of product will be produced, that is major product and minor product. We consider the only major product. This major product depends on stability. This intermediate compound is secondary free radical is formed, but in this compound is primary free radical is formed. So here secondary free radical is more stable than primary free radical. So we consider the 1 bromopropane student. This is the important for anti-Markovnikov rule student. And one more thing student, in this anti-Markovnikov rule only for HBr only participating, only HBr only participating in anti-Markovnikov rule. What is the reason student? But in HBr student, I am writing here student, only HBr only participating in anti-Markovnikov rule. In HBr here, these both steps, that is first step and 2 steps are possible each and every compound, first step and second step. In HBr, first step and second step both are the exothermic reaction, whereas HF and HCl and HI, but these both are different. Both steps are different. That is the reason student. But in HBr, both steps, primary step and secondary step, both are exothermic reaction, whereas remaining hydrogen halides like HF, HCl, HI, both steps are different. That is, one is exothermic, another step is endothermic. That is a reason student. So if different steps are there, that is not applicable for anti-Markovnikov rule, that is applicable only for Markovnikov rule. But these both the different steps are not involved in the anti-Markovnikov rule. It is a simple trick student. So but in anti-Markovnikov rule only first step and second step, always you remember student, both steps are equal, that is both steps are same, exothermic and exothermic. But HF, HCl, HIs both steps are different. One step is endothermic and another step is exothermic. If in case two different steps are there, that is not applicable for anti-Marconi coupler. It is very very most important for NEET and JEE other competitive exam also student. If you like my video, please like, share and comment. Thanks for watching students.